Hey guys, so how do you feel about eating breakfast at 3 in the afternoon? Either way, today we're finishing cookie bars. And then after this, we're gonna finish we're gonna finish um the the pilot season 1 and about season 2. Yeah. So I'll see you in a bit. Also, I'm not gonna cook rice. So if I come back and I look dirty and dingy, like I haven't touched the shower in like 3 years. That's why. Either way, let's get into the video, guys. Guys, I'm back. Oh, fuck. Fuck. My TV. Don't ask. My TV. Mm. Oh, guys. Okay. I think I already did my thing. So if you don't remember last video, we reacted to Cookie Virus. Reacting to Cookie Virus again. There's $2 an hour. They're so annoying. I want to go, but I can't, and that's fine. Okay. Either way. So guys, I think how we get to the thing. You can find it on AO3 and Film Fiction by Especially Cookie Virus. So put it Alright. So we're here. Should I get a little bit of background music? No. Okay. What? I'm confused. How does this work? Takes place previous written and drawing chapters, upload to my TikTok, and then Gary this before this. How do I continue? Yes, continue. Summary. Okay, chapter 1. Disclaimers. Imagery, a body word. Does this have drawings in it? So it does. Oh, I'm just spoiling my shit. But I gotta stop. Okay. Disclaimer. Imagery of body horror and blood. Deep within the evergreen forest, 4 little ponies trotted north. Zakura ventured ahead of Pinkie Pie, and I swear to God, my phone just went off for no reason. Give me a second, guys. I'm sorry. You know what? Yo, give me a second. All right, we're back. I'm sorry about that. Okay. So ventured ahead of Pinkie Pie and Rarity, a frail and sniffling Scooty Doo draped over Rarity's back, every pony worried about the health of their friend Applejack. There was quiet until the distant sound hose quickly trotting towards them. Then came up for it. Sakura was in front of everyone. In an instant, Yakhorn raised Scarf the Infected, trotting drew closer until Fairy Blue Coat and Rainbow Mane could be seen. She's here, Twilight is here, run! Rainbow Dash hurtled toward the ponies, yelling at them to flee. Everyone was quickly following her command. The group ran in fear for minutes before Sakura had heaved out a demand to stop. I do not believe we are being chased. All ponies stopped to hear what Rainbow faced. Every pony slowed to a trot and stopped, hearing Rainbow Dash for an example. Rainbow for an explanation. Rainbow stared at the ponies blankly. I think thinking hard what to tell them. She couldn't stop the lies from spilling out from her mouth. I was taking care of Applejack when you guys left, and Twilight suddenly attacked us. Every pony looked at her. She's like, "How did you get away? Where's Applejack?" I tried to pull Applejack on my back, but she refused. She has said that she would be too heavy for me to run, and that we would both get eaten, so she heroically stayed back as a sacrifice for me to get away. She didn't want to slow us down due to her sickness. I tried to argue there, but she threw herself at Twilight, and I ran away before I could see her get devoured. So there's okay. So she did say the lies. She couldn't stop the lies from leaving her mouth. So I'm assuming What she actually did was she did what she did in the TikTok, where she just left. She just left Applejack. Which there's also 2 chapters. Yeah, or it's chapter 1, part 12. I guess I'm confused. It said I think it said 2 chapters. Yeah, chapters 2. So everybody stared in Rainbow at horror, then looked at their hits in grief. Everybody except Rarity, who approached Rainbow raising an eyebrow. And you two had this long argument while Twilight was just standing there. Everybody looked at Rainbow again. She sighed, tears welling in her eyes. She's gone, Rarity. Rainbow's pain shook Rarity, making her feel guilty for her son's interrogation. Rainbow began to sob as all ponies surrounding her in a hug. Pinkie was pressed to step away. Then we must venture further. With Twilight behind us, there's no time to waste. Hours we spent silently braving the pennies slowly making their way to Counterlot. We walked for a full day without any attacks, which allowed us to see a gleam of hope being able to make it to Counterlot. After a rough night around the campfire, ponies were woken by Sakura. Twilight Sparkle is out there stalking. We must start the day by walking. Gather your things and begin the trot. It should only take one more night to get to Counterlot. I mean, this whole mess is almost over, Verity asked, but Sakura shook her head. We're almost at our destination, but does not mean it'll solve our situation. The princesses might be able to cure the infected, but we can still ask for help as expected. So even if we ask for the princesses to help, it doesn't necessarily mean they'll know how to save anything. Zakura nodded her head and fell into intense silence. Well, if all else fails, we can at least find ponies responsible for this. Rainbows, you said you ordered those cookies from Counterlot, so that means the culprit must be a baker from there. If the princesses help, God, my mom, I should have ate this or making this video. God, I hope I say you should execute for the lives they took execute for all the lives they took, or better yet, whoever did this deserved to rot inside a stone prison with no windows, no doors for the rest of their life. This made Rainbow's stomach sink. Old Pinkie Pie would never have muttered anything as dark as that. She used to believe enemies was just a friend that you hadn't made yet. Although none of their past enemies ever did anything remotely close to this. Night Night eventually draped over them again. Everybody was too exhausted to venture further, as it was decided they should get some rest. As somebody just settling down, Sakura started a fire. Rainbow pulled out her journal. I don't know if I'll be able to sleep tonight. Regret and grief swimming through my head. Did I do the right thing? No, I didn't. That's why I'm lying about it to my friends. All I could do after my lies was cry for the loss of my best friend. Everyone else had their fair share of tears today as well. I just hope wherever Applejack is now, she is at peace and seeing her family again. Rainbow tucked her tattered journal under her wing after writing out her thoughts and later hit to sleep. Ready woke up to sound sniffling. She lifted her head, cracked and then darkness school. Usually you're falling asleep by Rarity's side, and I was crying her sleep. It must have been Rarity's fuzzy eyes gleaming over the dimming campfire. Sky seemed to glisten rainbow. Rarity was now awake and nudged Scoo. Darling, hey, wake up. It's okay. Scoo squirmed and groaned, cracking her eyes at Princess Luna. The gleam of the rainbow in her eyes disappeared as looked at Rarity. Scoo's gaze widened as she screamed as she looked over the unicorn on her shoulder. Rarity turned around and was met by a giant hunched figure, unrecognizable horrors. Look how fucking big she is! No, that's just her laying down. And bro, she's not even going up to her legs. My golly, bro. By golly, bro. No, genuinely, bro. What the fuck do you do here? Genuinely, no, what can you do here? There's nothing you can do. The infected are massive. Two Penny screamed and hunt as the hunched infected lifted its front hooves to attack, quickly stopped by Ray's magic force field. The screaming awoke. Why did I say like force field? The screaming awoke the other Rainies around the campfire. Pinkie said, "What in Tartitis? What the fuck are we on about? It doesn't look like any other affected." The bulky monster slammed its hooves down on Ray's force field. Rainbow's blood ran cold as she heard the distant laughter behind her, deep within the forest. Loud thudding in the hooves, accompanied by the dead laughter was rapidly approaching them. Sensing Twilight, Rarity whipped out her horn in a circle, expanding the small force field in a giant bubble around the honeys. Twilight ran in to attack, slamming her head into Rarity's magical barrier. Rarity screamed at the pain of her spell beginning changed by two monsters. When challenged by two monsters, she's never used magic this advanced before, and the ponies knew they only had seconds before their protection was gone. The horn, Pinky exclaims, Zakora, use your horn. Zakora quickly flished her yak from her saddlebag and blew it with a full chest. The monster shrieked in pain. God, bring her head back before slamming its horn against Rarity's force field. The bright white burst emitted from the creature's horn, clear electrifying Rarity's spell into her horn. Rarity screamed in agony, tears streaming out her face. Unicorns Unicorn looked up at the monsters challenging her spell. Her ears were filled with Twilight's dead laughter, as well as the scream from the second monster. The unknown shrieks rattled Rarity's head until it clicked. Rarity screamed and forced the largest turn of magic she'd ever used. A bright blue glow burst through her horn, and, and out of the force field as it exploded. The two monsters shrieked and vanished. They were suddenly engulfed in blue flames. The force field disappeared, as well as the infected who ran off the forest opposite directions. Blue flames, everybody could finally catch breath. They ran away. Pinky confirmed, making everyone feel a bit more at ease. Pinky turned to Rarity before guess. Rarity, your horn. Rarity stood still, having her entire body shaken by what just happened, staring off to the distance at a bulkier infected who ran away. Rarity's horn was shattered, light blue sparks emanating from the cracks. A few seconds before dissipating, a long streak of blood swelled down her middle of her face and down the muzzle. Rarity did not know her horn was broken. She ignored the throbbing headache and she stared into the forest. Only one thought was plaguing her mind. That was Applejack. Bro, you're the only guy with magic, by the way. Like the only person with magic loses it. They lost all magic. Like I'm pretty sure. Well, no, there was one character. Was it like Kate? No, not Cadence. It was someone. It was someone. It wasn't Chrysalis. It was some girl. She was like a maroon fighter or whatever. She had a broken horn, and she was able. And she's like, I think she's now able to do magic. I think. I think she had to get like her horn repaired or something, and then she was able to do it. But yeah. All right, next chapter. See the end of the chapter for notes. Okay, you lied. Yuki Pie shoved Rainbow fluttered her good wing as she fell backwards. The pennies found themselves in a quiet quarrel. After the most recent attack, Rarity's shattered horn began treated inspection by Zakora. Scooby cried behind two after saving the group's lives. Rarity explained the gurgled screams of the second infected sounded exactly like Applejack. You didn't lie. Applejack was bitten. You said she was eaten. Rainbow slowly backed away from Pinky as she kept angrily approaching her. Rainbow had never been so scared of her friend. What's the difference? Fight? No, no, you can't say that. One of your friends came back, broke your friend's horn, ran away, still alive by the way. Like they didn't die. They're still alive, just on fire now. And you're gonna tell me what's the difference? No, no. Rainbow felt a sharp slap to the face. Finger reversely whipped her tail against her cheek, causing her to stumble to the ground again. Enough, both of you. Rarity suddenly shouted, a bandage wrapped around her forehead. Applejack is dead and infected. That is certain. So there's no need to bicker like foals or fowls. I think it's Phillies, but you know whatever. Like it means like kids, basically. Rainbow, you did tell us that she was devoured by Twilight. Object was clearly not eaten, so you're obviously fibbing. Why I don't understand is why. Rainbow rubbed her cheek with her good wing and shaking stood up. So Agile would want you to tell the truth, but she didn't. So why should I? Pinky whipped back to face Rainbow, making her faces flinch. What does that mean? Rainbow's backed into a corner despite her friend's explanations. Please, she didn't want to tell the truth, so she chose not to speak at all. Rainbow slumped to the dirt Flora starts sobbing. I'm sorry, it's not my fault. Pinky, filled with rage and at Rainbow's deflective behaviors, snorted loudly and stomped the hood on the ground. She trotted angrily in circles for a little while so as not to separate from the group. After Rainbow started crying, she still refused to tell the story of Object's true demise, so the group gave up on interrogating her. After only 2 hours of walking, the ponies were out in the Everford Forest. The distant thudding of large hoofs could be heard from far away before eventually stopping. They swear the ponies told themselves that it was simply a forest ambience to calm the nerves. Once out of a never-ending sea of trees, there was rest relief to see the clear sky once more. The sun and the sky were gleam of hope, and more importantly, changing days meant that Celestia and Luna were able for help. Counterlot could not finally be seen over floating rivers shimmed a glimmer of rainbow sunlight. It was only a few hours uphill to reach Rainbow, cursed her wing for not being able to fly up, but day by day it was feeling better and better and adding another spark of hope in her chest. The gates of Camelot crept closer to the pony's view, feeling the heart's relief and Rainbow's sunlight, seeing a white light at the end of the tunnel. Started running towards the gate. The other exhausted ponies had a bit of trouble keeping up. Rainbow slowed down. Rarity shouted. Rainbow turned her head as she's running to look at Rarity. Come on, Slowpoke, we're practically there where she turned forward and she stopped so quickly and he's buckled. So Luna was infected by fucking Applejack. Because if you remember, when she went into her dream state, she was like, what is it? There was like rainbow shit all over the floor. And now everyone's leaking. Sorry, not everyone. No, because Skulu was also gushing rainbows. So I don't know. Rainbow Scream skirted the rest of her team to quickly follow her. Rainbow gawked at the pony in front of her. The pony was clearly imminent or whatever. At least what used to be over. I can't say that. Minute or whatever. I can't. No, fuck it. There was a mouth open wide. Rainbow liquid dripped from the sockets and jaw. The pony all stood in silent fear. Skirmat wasn't moving. She was still as a statue. Piggy's equipped her flashlight. It tipped the shine in her eyes, but it could see anything besides overflowing rainbow liquid. Rainbow took a few careful steps back. What happened to her? And where did she come from? I swear she wasn't here when I was running to the gate. Sakura humped. The terrible virus must have somehow spread the counter out. We must make it to Princess's, so I suggest we begin our trot. I just kept their distance from Minette, carefully walked around her. The resin counterlap were blotched with rainbow puddles. We must be careful and watch our step unless we want to become the next infected. At Zakora's command, the pennies watched their steps, avoiding dipping their hoods into the rainbow puddles. Suddenly, thudding, the hoods echoed behind them. And pennies quickly whipped their heads around. Minette was now inches from her muzzle. She moved. She was going to attack me, but why didn't she? Weeping angels, of course, spoke. I had studied Dr. Ho's at Finch's text. He described the monster as Simmer Hex. A creature still is a statue when looked at by the eye, but once your gaze is away, you'll surely die. Oh fuck, they're weeping angels. Oh no, fuck that. Fuck you. Now I've already experienced weeping angels and fucking Pwn. No, because I go to that child. Oh God, I finally found you. Uh, and then I'm just getting beat. Just like I'm just taking a beat down as I just shine my light on it. The only reason I think it went away from me is because of a bug or something. I think it went like through some area and it just stopped going. Alright, so some more hands. All points scope in fear. What lies beyond the city's gates? Pinky looked at a giant tower counterlock. Ready to keep your eyes on Minette. We all need to walk in a tight circle, flank to flank. Every penny having their eyes in each direction. That includes you, Scoot. Pinky nudged Scoot to her off her back, where she's resting. Scoot gulped in fear, like quivering as soon as she touched the pavement. Let's go. Let's go. On Pinky's word, the penance moved northeast towards the castle. The group kept very slowly. Rita kept her eyes on Weeping Minette, doing her best to mimic her friend's footsteps. They step over the puddles. Once deeper in the counterline, aftermath, the virus was revealed. A sea of rainbow puddles bled through the streets, skeletal remains and gutted and eaten pennies were strewn about. The worst of all were infected. Weepers have taken over Counterlight. Pennies in rainbow draining over the eyes, the mouth stood frozen throughout the city. Each dash eyes darted between corpses, rainbow puddles, and infected. Every eye movement could cause a weeper to move a jolt slightly in their direction. Keep watching them, girls. Try not to blink. And blink fast if you have to, Pinky ordered. Pinky told Sakura, being in front of the pack, to lead them to the castle anyway and away from puddles. Scoot, beneath breathing, started quaking before Dash let her wing drop next to her. Scoot, taking a hold of Rainbow's wing, and her comfort. Oh my god, bro. So we got frowners, smilers, the bitten infected, which basically just become a weaker version of both. Actually, no, I don't think they can mimic voices, so they don't become frowners. They become a weaker version of smilers, and um, and weeping angels. Now I'm wondering what's gonna happen to the fucking Pegasus, because I know no, I know all the Pegasus are fine, bro. No, I genuinely. No, you're telling me they all can fly, and you're telling me they're getting infected by earth pennies and alicorns. Actually, the alicorn cut the alicorn out. The fuck did I just say? No, the fuck did I just say alicorn? No, what the fuck? No, I tried to say alicorn. No, what the fuck am I doing? Like, It took hours to reach the castle. Carefully stepping over puddles, barely blinking, keeping eyes on very weeping angels around them. It was a traumatizing experience for the group. The group eventually reached the castle, only to find out that it had been more effective other than Spot in the counterline. They appeared that they had attempted to storm the castle at some point, but something was keeping them out. The group made their way to the castle entrance, only to find it was locked. Figures they want to lock up. Who knows if Celestia and Luna are even inside? It makes sense for them to escape, counterlock themselves. What if this was all for nothing? Ready to begin to spiral, blue sparks emitting from our broken horn. We will not all know for sure until we find out what's behind this door, Zagora said. Pinky, you have experience moving rocks. If we both buck the door, perhaps we can break the lock. Pinky nodded, nodded her, and Zagora were walking in unison and bucked the castle door. The ponies kept their eyes on the infected. After what felt like dozens of failed attempts, the door they accepted that it won't budge. Pinky and Zagora sunk to the concrete. Defeat, realizing they had to find another way to get in. Pinky started looking around to see if there was closed windows they could break until she saw a pair of bloodshot eyes staring at them from inside the castle. Hey, there's a real guard inside. He looks uninfected. Rarity turns her head to look inside. She was looking at weeping pennies from, wheeling her head back. She expected the muzzle to muzzle at the monster, but none of the infected moved even an inch. Rarity looked at the window, realizing the guard was occupying every window. They're all staring at the infected so they won't get inside. Oh, so if the guards don't want them inside the castle, they must be protecting Celestia and Luna. Bro, Rainbow excitedly exclaimed at the realization. Rainbow turned to the guards at the window, started feeling nervous. Hey, please let us in. Come in peace. Clicking noises came from behind the door. Those little ponies, just a crack. White unicorn glasses peeked out a little bit. Spirits of Harmony, thank you, Celestia. You're here. The bunny stopped for a moment, studying each character in front of her. She kept a little one. She crept a little back, a little one. She got a look at Pinky's rainbow muzzle. Are you sure you're all healthy and weren't followed? Sorry, not Rainbow. Rarity looked over her shoulder. Infected. It's a little difficult to be followed. Not to be followed here, but none of us are infected. The pennies were hesitant, but eventually they let the ball in. They trotted through the empathy castle as they followed the unicorn. As they found the unicorn, one of the first non-infected pennies they've seen in a while. That's not true. Y'all see Zecora, so y'all are lying. Y'all all fibbers. I'm sure you all here after seeing the letter Princess Celestia sent you. Penny puzzled slightly when there was no answer. The unicorn looked back at them. The one she sent Princess Violet Sparkle. The pony's faces dropped. The universe tried. Slaughter tried. Oh, I see. There was barely any talking after this. They moved further to the castle and they noticed that every window was occupied by wolves. guard staring outside. I suppose the guards were ordered to watch them infected ponies outside. Rose asked. The unicorns, yeah. When the disease began to spread like wildfire, those who were infected by dreams quickly attacked the ponies around them. They were quick to discover that they keep looking at them still. Discovered that they look at them still. Though we still have yet to come up with a cure. Hold on, Revelation. Did you say infected to dreams? Penny arrived at the two large doors that led into yet another hallway, yet this time it wasn't occupied by guards. Oh my god. Yes, thank you all for so much for your patience. It's just a series. This series includes not only to be patient while I finish it all up for y'all. Special thanks to Common Economy for the Featherhoods and the FinFic Discord. I've been reading and reviewing chapters beforehand. Yo, bro. So that's it. Well, not it. Y'all know what I mean. That's it for the cookie artist. That it's not finished, obviously, but I've reacted to all of it. So what's my opinion? I mean, look at it. It's amazing. It's beautiful in every way possible. And I think Anxiety Monster knows how to draw. Cause fuck, this art is so good. I tried to be like you, cause my art's shit. But you know what? We're gonna go. No, guys, that had to be one of the best Infection AU videos I think I've seen in a while. Then you might be like, oh, but you say the Green Flu is like one of the best ones. Shh. It is, kind of. Once you react to it like 80 different times, it kind of loses its spark. So, Cookie Virus, I'm gonna wait for it to get finished. Being dead ass, I'm gonna wait for it to finish. Then I'm gonna react to it again. Same with the Green Flu. I'm gonna wait for that to finish. But until then, we got one more Infection AU video that might not get done today, but it will get done. Also, I like how the other video was like an hour long, but this video is like 30 minutes max, which I mean isn't that bad. So I get to talk for a little bit. So guys, Ali Original still hasn't came out with the Sarah's vlog. I think it's probably gonna get prolonged for another month because again, she said that like CapCut failed her, so I'm assuming like she has to re-edit like the entire video together. Which I mean is fine because time only makes things better. So I can't wait for it to come out, honestly. That so we got that we're waiting for. Um we got that. Oh my god, how many spiders do I have to kill down here? We got that. Then we got I'm staring at the spider. What was on about? Okay, so we got Alice Originals Infection AU. Then we got Pwn, obviously, which we got the fucking bitch. You not kidding. I'm not letting you do that. Dang, bitch. Don't worry. Don't worry, ladies and gents. I'm back. Oh, yours truly. Um. So yeah, but I got a lot planned out for the summer. Hopefully. um. I'm gonna cut grass today so I can get some money so I can get closer to getting that art tag. Every day's closer and closer. I'm gonna start moving on to digital art because I like that more, and I feel like it'd be way easier to make comics via digital instead of physical than drawing them in digital. I mean, there was no issue drawing them like that, but it's just like after a little bit, because then by affection you end up like that. Or well, episode 0, which again I did say it wasn't gonna be. It's not gonna have my full art in it because again, it's like pilot. It's like a pilot series, so it's kind of just saying like how it's gonna be, and if it does real good, which so far honestly is doing pretty good. Not on YouTube, but well, I mean, I don't really expect shit to do good on YouTube. YouTube Shorts, but on TikTok it's doing pretty good. So that's probably where it's mainly gonna be uploaded. So if y'all want to see that, then yeah. but it's always gonna be on my channel to be watched. It's just yeah. Then I got my comics. I have two comic ideas. I think I have two comic ideas going, which those are gonna be mainly made after my infection AU or during. So if they're made during, then they're gonna be like it's gonna be like maybe like max. It's not gonna be that long. But I have an original comic and then a comic based off a game. Among Us the Parasite. Don't you might be like, oh, why are you doing Among Us? Don't ask. Don't ask. Because the only reason I'm saying Among Us in it is because they go to space and I wanted to use their maps. So that's the only reason. It's not gonna have any of the lore though from like Among Us. It's gonna have like its own original thing, unless if I accidentally just restate the entire lore on accident, which I doubt. No, because I doubt Among Us has any lore besides you just got a random dude that tries killing people on a ship that's like infected or like a parasite or something. So, and honestly, I might cancel that one too. I don't know. No, I'm joking. I'm not canceling that. The Project Zomboid comment, the only reason it got canceled was because I had way too much. I'm doing way too much right now. Like I'm doing way too much, and it gets kind of stressful a little bit. So like I have my YouTube, then I have my comics, and then I have TikTok, and then it's like I'm trying to do my comics while also trying to work on an infection AU, and it's just like it starts stacking up. Like it doesn't sound that bad when you say it, and then when you start trying to do it all at once, it starts stacking up pretty fast. So yeah, I'm gonna try. The reason I'm taking so long on episode 2 is because one, I want it to be fully digital. Two, I want the art to look a lot better. So yeah, that's why. But so episode 2 might not come out till probably after summer. Honestly, depends when I get that. But being that us. But have a great day. Have a blessed day. I see y'all next time, and I'm out, Relio. Hello, guys. I wanted to say thank you for um 15 subs. Honestly, this video has been taking way too long. I don't know what I've been doing. I've already recorded all seasons of Velvet Venom, so those will be coming out eventually. I don't know when, but they will. So just watch out for those. And yeah. Have a great day. Just saying. I'm just coming here. Thank y'all. We're halfway there for 30 subs. I really want to get 30 subs this summer. I really do. Cause then we're halfway there at 60. Which then after we're halfway at 60, then we're above half to 100. So you gotta think about that. So I just wanted to thank y'all very much. Just I love y'all, man. And I hope um I'm just grateful, man. Cause like I've said before on my previous channel, man, like I wasn't getting like many views, and it's like the fact that my videos are getting watched, and like you know, it's just I'm so happy that that my videos get to be watched. Honestly, like it's not even like you're just doing it for money. I know, no, because I don't get no, like that'll never be the original cost. Like not cost. That'll never be the original reason why I'm doing YouTube. It just never will be. And I'm so happy, guys. I just want y'all to know that. So I I hope we strive to hit 30. So yeah. But either way, that's I just wanted to give y'all that. So thank y'all, and bye.